Hey, children of God, this is Christy from seatedinhim.com, where we are seated in heavenly places in Jesus Christ. And tonight's message, we're going to continue on our conversation about dream symbolism. And I believe that this particular message isn't just a symbol, but I think it's something that happens to a lot of us in our childhood. And God is highlighting to us that we have certain abilities, but because we're unaware of those abilities, we never learn how to cultivate them, or we just count that particular dream as just something that happened and we don't really do anything about it. Sorry, that's my computer. But yeah, let's talk about a particular thing that happened to me in my dream. And it was God trying to wake me up to an ability that I had, but I didn't know anything about it. And it took me from being in 7th grade to actually being about 33 before I realized exactly what God was trying to highlight to me. So let's talk. When I was little, I loved soap operas. Don't judge me. I love them because I grew up with them, because my mom and my aunt loved the ABC soaps, only the ABC soaps. We weren't on the other channels. We was on ABC. And we watched General Hospital, One Life to Live, and All My Children. I still have a General Hospital problem. But my favorite soap is and was and always will be is General Hospital. And on that particular, well, before I even get to that part, let me tell you about it. So during this time, let me set the scene. I'm in 7th grade and I'm starting to develop. It's so many things that God places within us. And we think that certain things are just likes or interests, but God is showing us through our likes and interests something that he wants to develop and cultivate in us. And at the time, I'm in love with General Hospital, but I'm not just in love with the show, how you just like the show. I'm in love with the storytelling. Like, the storytelling is top tier to me. And I didn't realize at the time that God was trying to highlight to me that it was because I liked words and I liked language, and eventually it would turn into the ability to write. I didn't realize that's what God was trying to highlight to me. It was just that I liked the show. But later on, I realized that was why I liked the show. So that's one thing to look out for. Think back to your childhood. Think back to the things that really drew you in. Like if it was baseball, maybe it wasn't the baseball that you were drawn to. Or if it was like, I don't know. I said baseball because I used to like baseball when I was really, really little. I don't know, like if it's Legos that you're into. Maybe God is trying to show you some gifting toward like building or architecture or color schemes or interior design. It's the things that we're interested in when we're really little, like overtly interested in. He's trying to show you something. Like maybe you don't like baseball, maybe it's more so that you like teams, and maybe you're good at coordinating, or maybe you like the cinema photography and how shots are shot. Just pay attention to things like that, especially if you are a parent or an aunt or uncle. Pay attention to that even in your own children and nieces and nephews, and you'll be able to see in part some of the gifting that God gave them. Maybe it's not Power Rangers that they like. Maybe it's team building that they enjoy. You know, God puts little hints in us in our childhood. So I was really into General Hospital, specifically the storytelling. And I had a couple, I talk about them all through my page, that I was in love with and still kind of in love with. It's Carly and Sonny. And I used to ask God, this is so strange, but back in the day, when the soap opera ended on Friday, it was just over until Saturday. And so you couldn't, until Monday. So you couldn't rewatch and all this kind of stuff. We didn't have all these TV you could rewind and record and reverse like we have now. Or Hulu, where you can watch it again. You were just kind of stuck to Monday. And every Friday, I would watch the end of a soap and like be sick. Like sick, because I wanted more, you know. And one Friday night, I was begging for more. And I was like, God, give me a dream about General Hospital. Now, mind you, God has given me a dream about General Hospital at that time before. And I had a dream about Carly and Sonny that was so messy. I can't even say it was God. But it was so messy. It was so juicy. It was so good that I was like, God, hit me over another one of those dreams. Hit me up. You know, I need something to tide me over. And he didn't give me that dream. And I woke up in the middle of the night frustrated. And I used to have a bad habit of going and turning the air back on, like the air conditioner, because I like the noise. That's probably why I got 75 emotional support fans now. But I would get up and turn the air back on because it would help me go back to sleep, the sound. And I was like, oh. So I got up, I repositioned, turned the air back on, and I was just so mad because now it was probably like 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. And I hadn't had a dream, and I was like, God, I wanted a dream. I thought you would give me a dream. So I went to sleep, trusting God for a dream. I know this is crazy, but this is childlike faith. And I had a dream about General Hospital. So walk me with me, because I know this all over the place. It's weird, but whatever. So when General Hospital, when I was like in my mid-childhood, it used to come on a particular way where it was like dun, 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 and there was a sax player, and they were just flashing pictures of all of the cast, and they would like say the cast person's fake name and their real name. And so that's how, and it had like a red hue, and that's how it came on from probably the time I was like 5 or 6 on to at this very point I'm in 7th grade. I had a dream that it didn't come on like that. Like I was expecting a dream about some drama, but I had a dream about how the show came on. And in this particular dream, the show came on really strange. It was like the whole cast were together, and they were, you know, all in black, and they were sitting down, and it's like weird. And then at the end of it, if y'all know, you know, older people who are watching this, you heard of Luke and Laura. This particular actress that plays the character Luke, his name is Anthony Geary. He was sitting in a chair, and he got up from the chair and then like kicked the chair. And I woke up confounded and confused. I was like, this is the stupidest dream. And I was kind of mad at God in my childlike faith and my childlike thoughts. I was like, God, I don't like this. That is not the drama. That wasn't Carly and Sonny. And the show came on so weird. That's not how it comes on. Because I was very fond of the little dun, 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 dun. You know, I was real fond of it. So, you know, went to bed. Woke up kind of angry about it. Didn't sleep all that well. Woke up with an attitude at God. I'm sorry, God. Because I learned that God was trying to wake me up to something. By the time I got in about high school, from 7th grade to high school, the show started coming on like God had showed me in a dream maybe 3 or 4 years prior. God was waking me up to the idea that I had a prophetic anointing on my life. And he used a dream that I prayed for in my childlike faith to show me that I had something that I needed to cultivate inside of me, which was a type of prophetic sight and utterance. So know that if think back on your childhood, if you had those dreams where you predicted just something and then it happened, that was God's call to you that you have a prophetic gift, but that gift needs to be molded and shaped. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's one of my favorite stories. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day or night. More dream symbolism right after this.